I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was going through it with Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yo, what is that black stream? Yeah, you pretty much seen what happened on my streams. Make sure y'all follow the Twitch and YouTube. The big difference is this game doesn't necessarily play in the same vein as typical arena fighters. In my honest opinion, it's a hybrid of game. It has the elements of like a Naruto Storm, but the more in-depth complexities on a surface level of like Soul Calibur and Tekken. So don't feel bad if you're getting cooked or you're getting your ass ate out. Why I say don't feel bad if you're getting cooked, man, because we're gonna help you get right today, because I started beating some people that I couldn't even beat in other games today. I've been cooking recently. I even got matches where I got full 9 stocks, baby. You know, and feel me, my big girl, Tear Holly Bell. You already know. Yeah, but I'm here to give you 10 crucial things that you're probably not thinking about, or why you getting cooked a lot hard in Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So let's get into it. Number 1, you're mashing. Obviously in fighting games, they want you to mash. Some older fighting games used to make you have to mash to tech, but on a surface level, you're mashing for no reason. See, in this game, guard and neutral's kind of weird. It doesn't work similar to most arena fighters or taking your turn back. You have to know when the gaps of players' combo strings ends. One key tip is just fighting characters in training mode that you lose to, and then legitimately see how your character can react on block from it. From example, Stark does 4 to 5 hits of his general auto combo. At that point, I understand that it's my turn to potentially mash back or take my turn back. If you want to be super in depth with it, I highly suggest trying to figure out the frame data of certain moves. Somebody out there probably already did that already, or probably joined the Rebirth of Souls Discord. The Rebirth of Souls Discord will have a whole bunch of community members that will always be playing this game. Even if you see people on Twitter hating on it, fuck them. You can find a way to play this game. I'm gonna link the Rebirth of Souls Discord in the description down below. Next thing is movement. A lot of people I've been hearing is like, oh, movement feels too stiff or movement feels too bad. To be honest with you, this is why I 100% disagree with just calling it outright arena fighter. Arena fighter, you can simply just move in a 360 really fast. And in this type of game, you have to be very more strategic with using a dash button or which way you hold the direction. All arena fighters have side steps, but they're more melodical here. Another thing is, if you feel like movement is just generally not it for you, your character probably got some really bad movement, because not everybody is universal. Which in arena fighters, 9 times out of 10, most characters' movement is universal, depending on any character in that game. One little concept I like to bring up is that you're not blocking when you dash in a lot of the times. A lot of times, if characters have zoning tools, Stark, for example, is the one I like to bring up, he will cook you and he could take down so much health if he has a full charge up automatic. Another quick reason why this is different from most arena fighters, in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, you do have to hit the X button or whatever button you set it to dash. You hold it down the further you go forward as well. If you also feel like movement really bad, here's like my 4th or 5th tip at this point. You gotta learn how to use your dash attack. Sometimes when you knock people away and if you drop combos, there are scenarios where like, okay, I might not go for this whole break or my Kikon move, but you can close the gap to get pressure started or stop them from moving in again. The next big tip is you keep going for freaking Kikon move. You never try to attempt a soul break. It's like soon as it's red, you're trying to hit them with the Hakugeki into the Kikon move, and then you don't get far. There might be some meta that comes down into play where like you're always trying to go for soul break, or you might try to like play depending on it, but you got to look at your health bar and look at your lead and decide which one would you rather play with. Would you rather go for Hakugeki into Kikon move to just get their stocks or reshi gone? Or if you're a whole bunch health bar ahead, would you rather just go for soul break and take more stocks from their reshi altogether? Next big reason why I even knew I was losing was sometimes, and I felt bad about it on Twitter at one point, where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm never truly winning because I'm just trying to knock the health bar as fast as possible. But when somebody takes my health bar down 1 and they have an ability that gives them 5 stocks, I've lost a lot of times where I'd be at 5 and they'll be at 1 and they somehow win the last scramble and I'm cooked. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't pay attention to it. So that leads to another tip. Look at your damn health bar and judge accordingly. Next is the breaker, or AK what my friends like to call it, the grab. The breaker in the game is very problematic and very toxic. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic, but it is a way to play the game and it has another layer to the RPS system. Breakers can be very inconsistent and very hard to react to sometimes because of the online netcode environment. Please, Tamsoft, Bandai, give them money to add rollback netcode. Stop. Please get with the time. Now, full breakers, if you see somebody running full screen at you with a breaker, you can literally jab them. They can't do anything else out of that. It's highly committal. A lot of times when you see breaker, it's best to just tap R1. Don't hold it, just tap it. You can create a bad habit holding breaker because sometimes you just lose out in scenarios and they just instantly get you because you activated yours second. You just tapping it and end up classing it or aka teching the breaker. That's why people are calling it a grab. Next thing, meter management. All right, when your meter ain't kind of don't fleek, you're gonna get cooked, baby. Another tip that you're probably not thinking about, using evolution way too early. Some characters, I feel like right now there will be meta with some characters where like you rather just hold off to the last resort to use evolution. Couple ways I use evolution is if I know they can put me into the Kikon move zone or now or never zone, I like to pop evolution. Personally, I like doing it so I can just play neutral again and not have to deal with potentially losing a lot of stocks for no reason. It gives you a second chance when you save it and use it as a secondary burst. Also, I gotta tell y'all, when y'all in evolution, please go to practice mode with y'all characters, because I even have this problem when I switch around with some characters, is that I don't know what to do in other forms of evolution. Go to the lab, learn how to use training mode. This game has a pretty good training mode for anime games. This is probably the best training mode in these types of games, especially out of the shonen ones that we ever have existed. Also, look, hear me out, hear me out. Imagine this. This is a USB cable. It's not a USB cable. Imagine this being a Ethernet cable. Some of y'all need Ethernet cables. This don't got rollback. You need, if you're playing fighting games online, go ahead, get an Ethernet cable. Matter of fact, I feel like if you gaming period, if you just can't, this game has delay-based netcode. I highly recommend everybody to get an Ethernet cable. Remember, this is not just the Ethernet cable. And I'm just, imagine this being the thing you plug into your modem, bro. Your router, your box, all right? I'm telling you, it's so important to get one of these if you can in your setup apartment. Everybody can't do that. I understand. But please, if you can, please get an Ethernet cable, bro. Last thing I want to talk about is Hakugeki, though. Hakugeki as a move is very strong in this game. It's not armored. That was the biggest mistake I was making early on. It felt like in my brain it's a armored red move. Most games, if you know if it's red, you can't block that shit or it's armored. You could probably hit them on the first couple hits, but you're probably gonna get cooked if you didn't block it all together. However, in a lot of scenarios at mid-range, I just be like, fuck it, we ball, and people get hit because they're reacting to something else and not the move itself. So learn when to use Hakugeki, even outside of just going for the Reshi health bar kill or now or never. It's a good tool to extend combos. It's a good tool to pressure people and put yourself in scenarios to get distance. It's a really good button. I feel like a lot of people ain't using in a lot of ways to do some things, and some characters can cancel from their button. So yeah, that being said, it's your boy Avataryaya, and if you guys enjoy any of these tips and these help you get right with Bleach Rebirth of Souls, please let me know and comment down below if you'd like to see more Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I got some gameplay videos I want to throw out about this game, at least over the next week, while I got to do some live stuff sometime in the next 4 days. Hopefully I get it finished, and yeah. But yeah, it's your boy Avataryaya. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm out. Peace. Wallet.